Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Legal Information Law Insights. I'm Advocate Mukund Mahajan, and today, I bring you a critical analysis of a developing legal issue, the Waqf Amendment Act 2025, and what its final judgment could mean for all religious communities in India. Background of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. The Waqf Amendment Act 2025 introduces notable changes to the management of Waqf properties in India. Key provisions include inclusion of non-Muslims. The Act mandates the inclusion of non-Muslim members in the Central Waqf Council and State Waqf Boards. Waqf by user clause. It removes the recognition of Waqf by user, potentially affecting properties traditionally used for religious purposes without formal documentation. Government oversight. The Act grants increased powers to government officials, including the authority to denotify Waqf properties. These amendments have faced criticism for potentially infringing upon the rights of the Muslim community to manage their religious endowments. Supreme Court's observations on 17 April. During the hearing on 17 April, the Supreme Court addressed several concerns regarding the Act. This important legislation has sparked nationwide discussion, and the Court's recent observations are highly significant. Let's delve into the details. Here's what transpired. No immediate appointments. The Court recorded the Centre's assurance that no appointments to the Central Waqf Council or State Waqf Boards would be made until the next hearing scheduled for 5th May. Status quo on Waqf properties. The government assured that there would be no denotification of Waqf properties, including those recognized under Waqf by user, during this period. Timeframe for responses. The Centre has been granted 7 days to file its response to the petitions challenging the Act, with petitioners allowed 5 days thereafter to submit their rejoinders. These interim measures aim to maintain the current state of affairs until the Court can thoroughly examine the constitutional validity of the amendments. As the Supreme Court hears petitions challenging this amendment, people across the country, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Christian, Jain, are watching closely. A bench comprising Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna and Justices Sanjay Kumar and K.V. Viswanathan is scheduled to hear a batch of 5 consolidated petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025 on Monday, 5th May. As the verdict is still pending, this video discusses the possible legal and social implications depending on whether the Supreme Court rules in favor of the government or the petitioners. So, let us understand what it would mean if the Supreme Court rules in favor of the government, and what it would mean if it rules in favor of the petitioners. Let's explore both possibilities and examine their legal and social impact. If the Supreme Court upholds the Waqf Amendment Act, that is, rules in favor of the government. Impact on Muslim community. The government will be allowed to include non-Muslim members in the Waqf boards and denotify Waqf properties, ending the recognition of Waqf by user. Many Muslims may view this as state interference in religious rights, especially under Article 26 of the Constitution. This could lead to widespread discontent, legal protests, and appeals to international human rights forums. Impact on Hindu temples, Mutts, and other religious institutions. Though the Act concerns Waqf, Hindu religious boards may fear similar future interventions. They may worry that their temple lands or administrative bodies could also be modified by government actions. This may result in a unified call for independence from state-controlled endowment boards in many states. Impact on Sikh, Jain, and Christian communities. Religious trusts may become wary that their land holdings and administrative structures could also face similar legislative control. These communities may move to legally strengthen internal regulations and resist external interference. Constitutional impact could redefine Article 26 and the extent of government power over religious affairs. May encourage future laws allowing state restructuring of religious boards, regardless of community. Expect floodgates of PILs from all communities to protect their respective rights. If the Supreme Court strikes down or restricts the amendment, that is, rules in favor of the petitioners. Impact on Muslim community. This would be seen as a big constitutional victory. The community retains control over Waqf property management and religious governance. It also preserves the tradition of Waqf by user, safeguarding long-used but undocumented properties. Impact on Hindu temples, Mutts and Peets. Hindu religious trusts may feel empowered to challenge state control in courts. Particularly in South Indian states, temple boards may demand autonomy from endowment departments. Mutts and other mathas may start formally protecting their land rights and religious autonomy. Impact on other minority communities. Jain, Sikh, and Christian institutions will also be reassured that their rights under Article 26 remain strong. May lead to joint interfaith efforts for legal reforms that protect religious freedoms. Wider legal impact. Article 26 will be reinforced, restricting government intervention in religious affairs. The verdict may set a precedent to strike down future amendments that violate religious autonomy. The Parliament will have to be more cautious while introducing laws affecting any religious trust or body. Final thoughts. Whether the verdict supports the centre or the petitioners, one thing is clear. This case is not just about Waqf law. It is about the relationship between religion and the state, and how far the Constitution protects religious institutions in a secular democracy. Religious boards, temple trusts, Mutts, Gurudwaras, and churches across India will be impacted, directly or indirectly. And we, as legal citizens, must stay informed and aware. Disclaimer. This video is intended purely for legal education and public awareness. It is based on publicly available information and constitutional analysis. We respect all religions and communities equally. Nothing in this video is meant to hurt religious sentiments or promote any political or religious agenda. Viewers are requested to understand the subject in its legal context only. Thanks for watching this important legal update on the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. I'll bring you more insights once the judgment is out. Please like, share, and subscribe for reliable legal analysis and updates on Supreme Court and High Court decisions. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.